specific since we're going to have a small group today. So we're going to see what Miss Gloria needs specifically, and we're going to go from there. And I'm going to
one problem I had was when I started my wine page, I had a problem changing the pictures. Was it the header picture? And he had pictures up there, and I ended up deleting them. So can you show me that on the main, I guess it would be my main page?
So what header are you specifically? You said you want an image header. So is it like you want a picture that will represent your page, or are you just looking for images in particular?
It was the, wait a minute, it was wine pictures, header images. Like add new images and stuff.
Okay. So let's go here. I might have to cut this off here for a minute. Okay. All right. So we're going to go here to my wine page.
Okay.
This is one I made. It's been getting a lot of traffic to it. I actually did a comparison to our wine club and other wine clubs and wines just in general. So you're looking for just images of wine, right? Or do you want to have like a featured image so that when your page pulls up, it has a specific pictures that follows your page? Or are you just looking to get images, period?
Okay, the image that's in the top left.
This one right here, or this one here?
Yes, that one.
Okay. All right. So these are your header images. Okay. And we can go there. So if you go to customize right here, and when that pulls up,
where is customize? Oh.
When you're on your edit screen.
Okay.
You got it?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. And then it's going to pull up this series of tabs. And you want to go to where it says header images. Okay. Now, up at the top, it has your dimensions that it has to be, which is 426 by 100. Okay. Anything bigger than that, it's going to take up too much space. Okay. So you want all your images to be that size. It comes with a bunch of images already pre-populated in your site. I took all mine out and made my own, but yours should come with, I think there's like 7 or 8 different images already there. So you always want to make sure that it has the randomizing your images. That way each click will have a different image there on a time frame. But now if you need to add your own images there, then all you would have to do is you'd have to, number one, make sure it follows that dimension. So you can go into Google, or if you have Dropbox, Roy posted his Dropbox. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend downloading it. I would recommend opening it. But say you had wine, we're going to type in wine images, and that will, then we're going to click on images right here. And then you want to scroll down and look at the various images. I have mine set to filter out anything that has a logo or that's not marketable or that's not usable. So all of my images should be clean. You don't want to put any images that has a name on it, because we may or we might not market that wine. So you don't want to have a name where people's going to come and look and try to find that wine. Because you market it. You want clean images like dinners, wine glasses, socials, A wine pours are really good. This is a good clean image. That one's a really nice image. So if you click on the image like this one, it tells you what the size is right here. So you already know that's too big, but we can still use that image. And I'm going to show you how to go in and crop it. So I always do save image as, okay? And then once you do your save image as, you want to make sure you have a folder. And I'm going to put mine under blogging pictures. I'm going to go to my wine. Just wine. And here I'm going to name it Wine, Glass, and Vineyard. Okay, and hit save. Now, once I do that, I already know that my image setting has to be 426 by 100. Okay, so I know that. This one's too big. It's 5184 by 1742. That's too big. So then I have a CANVA. It's one of the programs I have. It makes it real simple. There's actually a free version you can download that you can do this with. So from here, I'm going to go and create a design. And I want custom dimensions. Okay. And then here, I'm going to put what it's supposed to be, 426 by 100. Okay. And then I'm going to click create a design. And it's going to show you an empty box right here. That's going to be the size. And once you get that, then you're going to come here to your uploads. Okay. And then you're going to tell it to upload from your media. And this is why it's important to have folders and a designated place for all your images. So then I'm going to tell it to go from my device. And then I'm going to go back to my folder, which was in blogging pictures under wine. I'm going to pull up my wine. And then I'm going to look for that image that I put in there, which was wine in the vineyard. Right here. Okay. So then it's going to upload my image. And it's putting it in at the size that I uploaded it from. But then I'm going to copy it over here. And then I will have to stretch it to make sure it fits that. And then you just play with it and adjust it. Okay. And then once it's here, now some images you may not be able to stretch. And the reason, because then it'll start distorting the image. It'll get too grainy. It'll get fuzzy. You won't be able to make out the information. So once you have it here, this will be a great place to go ahead and put in a text, which would be your website. And I always put okay, and you don't want it that big, so then you can minimize it. And bring it over here if you want to, so people can see it. If you want to change the color, you can leave it black, or you can come up here and change colors and make it more of a color that's in with the picture you have. So it doesn't distort from the picture, but it's still visible to anybody that comes in and sees it. All right, so there's that. And then you want to download it. And I always say do it in PNG or JPEG. Our system can hold either one. So then you're going to hit download, and then you can download it to the same place. Mine's always going to go to the last place it was with, but since I made this a logo, I'm actually going to put it under my logos folder, and I'm going to put it under my wine. And this was Fine Wines. And hit save. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I went over this last week. Well, I know some of it you did. And I went in and tried to make me some folders. I wanted to try to make a folder with wine pictures and a folder with say swimwear pictures. But every time I tried to change all the pictures, like if I want to change from my wine pictures and go to try to do a folder with my swimwear pictures, it will take me right back to the wine folder that I made.
So what you have to do is make sure that you log out of each one of these. So once you create it and download it, then you want to close out that folder until you're back on your new one. If not, then it's going to create a consecutive pages.
Okay.
Okay. And then you just come here. Yep.
That I could not get it. I got frustrated and just stopped doing it.
Yep. So always, and it, because if I would have stayed on that image that I was just on, and I said I wanted to create another one, then what you have to do is literally select another page, and it will put them in a file instead of individual images. So I don't want to upload a file. I just want individual images. So once you finish creating an image like we just did, and you download it, then close out that tab until your home page is open, and then just start over.
Okay. Okay.
And
that makes, I could not get it for the life of me.
Yep. And a lot of people fall into that. There's like, okay, I want another image, and they forget to close that out or open a new page. I always say just close it out, come back to your home screen, and then type in what kind of design you want to create. And you'll be good to go. And it saves it. All your images will be right here. So they're there for you to always go back and alter if you need to. So once we finish that, then what we're going to do is we're going to come here, and you're going to go to where it says add an image. Make sure I ain't got nobody waiting. Okay. So you're going to go here to where it says add image. Okay. And you're going to go to upload file, and you're going to make sure, like that's why I said it's important to have those files labeled. And I want to go to my logos file, and I'm going to go to that wine file and look for, I forgot what I called it. There it is, fine wines. So once I do the fine wines, it's going to add it there. I don't need to crop it because it's already the 426 by 100. So if you had a really huge image, you wanted to crop it to that size, but sometimes when you crop it, you lose your image. So that's why it's best to go ahead and do that. And then you're going to select, and it's going to say select and crop. You don't have to. We're going to skip cropping. And then that image is going to be there. So once this finishes, adding your image, there you go. So now my image is there. So then I want to go down to the bottom of this and make sure I click on the randomize. Because every time you change it, you have to come back and click that.
So we don't have to click publish?
Yes, you do that after you do the randomization.
Okay.
So I got it to randomize, and then I want to hit publish. So now my pictures are randomizing. So now I should have this up here. So it's telling me that these images are going to be cycled through my pages. And the reason I took out the images that was there is because I want anybody that comes to see my pages that my images are there. So once you get finished, then you can go back to your page, and then you can click on any of your pages, and you can see how your images are going to be cycled through.
When you say when it randomizes it, ever so often it'll change the image, is what you're saying?
Yep. Whatever you have downloaded in that file, they will populate on your pages randomly.
Okay.
So, or you can have it standardized where you just have the same image on every page all the time. So if you don't go down to the bottom and click randomize the images, then it's going to keep that standard image, whatever it has chosen. So I always like to hit randomize because I have several different ones in there. As long as they are within that spacing and that size, you should have no problem. And the reason you want this smaller amount is because once you get Google AdSense, they will advertise on your page, and they like any empty space that they can get. So if you got a really huge image up here, then when they come in to advertise, they look at that as competition. So the smaller image you have, the better chance that Google will, because they use my heading all the time to add images or advertising in.
Oh,
So, so that's one of the things why you want this smaller image. Plus, it makes it look neater, more streamlined, more professional and business-like too.
okay. I remember on one of Rory's videos, he said that's real estate. That's
Real
very
estate,
valuable.
valuable real estate. And the reason being is because this is the first thing people see when they come to your site. I don't care what page they come to. So if they come here to my chemical-free products and they look at that, then there's more real estate. You know, that's the first thing they're going to see, and then they're going to read the product that I have, the product line. So Google likes to advertise in your heading space. So if you have really big pictures here, that's competition for Google. So the smaller the image you have, you don't want it to go smaller than the recommended size. You want it to keep it that size.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. Now I
Okay.
understand why he said it was valuable real estate.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because if you go to any of my pages, so if we go here to edit page, and if I go to preview my page, we'll see what kind of ads Google's running on it today. Because the other day I was in there looking at it, and it had a lot of health ads on my page. So I'm going to hit preview in a new tab, and let's see if they show my ads on for Google. All right, since I'm still in it, they're not going to show it.
Okay.
But if you go look at, sometimes they do. Yeah, like see right here, this is a Google ad for the cosmetics. They got some thrown in here, some other random ads that they've got in here. So, you know, skincare, because I was looking up some of the new programs we're getting ready to do for Sephora. So that's what's on there, because Google goes by what whoever computer is using, what they're searching for. So I was searching for cosmetics and vegan products, so that's what's showing up on my Google ads. So Google has those bots that whatever the user has been searching for, those are the types of ads that's going to show up on their page when they come to look at your site. But yeah, sometimes I'll come, like yesterday I come in here and there was a big ad about liver and health. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want that to be the first thing people see, but but it's an ad, you know, and it was huge. It was a huge ad. But yeah, but if I'd have had a bigger ad on there, they wouldn't have used that heading space. But you see how this changed to the Christmas one. So it keeps people's eye aware of my stuff. And I always make sure that and this is a good thing to do, make sure that if you choose images, that it's images of products that you do actually have in your site. So you don't want to put an image up here of maybe a horse farm and you have nothing to do with farming or horses or animals.
Okay.
But if you, like with me, I have 3 or 4, I think it's 4 pet products. So I can go in there and put, if I wanted to, put a farming scene on there and direct them to my pet care page, so that they can see that I have treatments for, you know, farm animals, you know, all kind of stuff. So always make sure in consideration when you put these images here that it is an image of something you actually have in your system.
In my system?
In your pages, that you have a page for it.
Okay. Okay. When I first decided to get into this, I did not realize that it was so much to learn. And I think that I probably need to have a plan for every day. Like I do. I do better work really early in the morning, say 4 or 5 o'clock, when nobody else is up and moving around.
All right. I tell all of my students, get Google Calendar and put it on your system. This is my calendar for this past week. This is my calendar for the week before. So I have Sunday and Monday is my days to get done whatever I need to get done. Tuesday through Saturday, Friday is my student days, my work days, and I have everything planned for my, like I said, my grandson. We do homeschool for him. So 6 to 12 is when we work with him. I work on my ads, which is my pages that I need to work on from 12 to 1. From 1 till 8:30 or 8 o'clock is my students, my V marketing, my Goya line. I always leave some extra space in case for when I get new students so I can fill them in. And then because my site's done, I don't have to do that. But what you need to do is take a time, and I've got one of my students, this is what I have her do, is take a time block. And I don't suggest more than 2 hours at one time block. And put in here what page you're going to work on for how long. And then set your day, okay, I got a doctor's appointment at such and such a time. All right, set that in there. I need to spend some time with my family, put family time in there. My grandson has ball practice on, Tuesday evenings and Sunday mornings. Put that on there. I got church, put your church on there. If you're working, then you say, okay, from 8 to 7 or 8 to 6 or 8 to 5, I got to work. These are my work times. But if you have a lunch break, put in there, this is my lunch break. And then put in there, I'm going to take 10 minutes to actually eat lunch. And then I got 30 minutes or 45 minutes that I can actually work on a page or write down some ideas or do some advertising, work on V marketing. But schedule your day. You will be surprised how much you will get done if it's scheduled. And then sync it to your phone. Download your Google Calendar on your phone. Mm-hmm. If you have an Android or an iPhone, it is either in your Google store or your iTunes store. And download your Google Calendar and sync it. All that means to do is you go in and log in with the same information. I get a ping on my phone every 30 minutes before an actual appointment, whatever I have on this calendar. And then I set it to give me 10-minute intervals after that 30 minutes. So if I'm out, out and about doing some errands and I have an appointment, I know I got 30 minutes to get back home to take care of it. So it keeps me on target. The other thing is once you are working the calendar, if you scheduled yourself for 2 hours to do something, don't come back and say, well, I didn't finish. Just let me get 5 more minutes. No, stick to your calendar. If you didn't finish it, make a note on your calendar, incomplete. Then if you have more time at the end of the day, that's where you go in and you schedule it at the end of the day, complete, finish, unfinished details. Okay. Or if you have an extra day that you don't like, that's what I do on Sundays and Mondays, is I do whatever I didn't get finished the week before. Because the rest of the week I don't have time. Or I do it way late at night because I'm a night owl. 1, 2 o'clock is, I'm usually still up. So that's when I get finished a lot of my stuff. But see, I have that option because that's, this is all I do. So, I still get up about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I don't have a lot of sleep. I'm never been one to sleep a lot. So, please mute yourself. There's some static coming in if you're not talking. So, so that's one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure that you get yourself on a calendar. Okay, hold on. I got some people talking. There we go. So that's one of the things. Get yourself on this calendar. Set yourself up a calendar and work it. And utilize it. Don't deviate from it once you set it up. If there's something that comes up during the day, or during the week that you have to rearrange it, then that's fine. Just make sure that whatever you're going to move, that you do have that time that you can reset it. Don't not do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I'm going to work on that. Probably today or tomorrow. I do have Google Calendar on my laptop, but I don't have it on my phone.
Yep.
So I'm gonna sync it in.
Yep. So and here's the other thing, and Tanya's been talking about it too, as far as making your vision boards and doing something. Make it definite. Go ahead and put it on your calendar. I have it every Sunday at 6 o'clock is my time to do my calendar. Okay. I sit down and I do it for the whole week. for things that I already know, things that I know potentially could be coming up, and then I leave my fill-ins for things. I always try to leave at least a 2-hour block on every day for those students that I'm getting in or things that come up unexpectedly that I can rearrange some things. So
Okay.
set a definite day that I'm going to sit down. You know, don't say, well, I might do it here, I might do it there. Set a definite time and say, yep, this is the time I'm going to sit down and do this. And then structure out your day. If you're still in the middle of finishing your PBS on pages, then you need to look at your PBS and say, what pages are priority that I need to work on? And that's where you schedule the actual page on your calendar. Say, okay, I need to work on my fine wines page and put it on that time frame. What's the item number? Fine wines. So say I'm going to do like 2 o'clock on Monday. My title, what is it? I want to create new Italy page. Okay. And then I can come down here to more options. Okay. And I'm going to schedule a notification is automatically 30 minutes, but I want 2 notifications of 10-minute intervals. And I'm going to set my time from 2 to 3. That's it, 1 hour. That's all I need. And I'm going to hit save. So now on my calendar, it's going to tell me that this is the date. But see, this was last week, so I don't want it last week. I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to repeat this day. I want it to be on the 25th and hit save. So now it's going to be current. So, so see right here, I already have, look, this is all of my stuff I've already set for next week. It's already done. And I still got to fill in stuff tomorrow. See, work on schedule from 7 to 8. So it's on my calendar. So I have students that are still figuring out what their schedule is. That's going to be calling me. I got new students. I haven't even put my Goya stuff in here yet. So there's stuff in here that I already know is set that I have to do next week. I still haven't gotten with my husband to see what our schedule is together. So we will be, I'll put in our personal time, you know, our date nights, our nights with our family, you know, what nights I have to take care of the grandkids. So I'll put that in here and then I'll look and see what else I have left. So I can look at this tomorrow and see where I have to fill in the blanks, what days I have things that I can do. So when a student comes up to me and says, well, can we get together Thursday at 3 o'clock? No, I already have an appointment then. This is the times I'm free.
Okay.
Okay. So set it in stone. Go in and say, yep, I'm going to set this time and I'm going to work on my schedule and do that. Don't procrastinate or don't say, well, I might do it here, I might do it there. It won't get done. Go ahead and start making yourself accountable to yourself.
Okay. And the colors that you have up here, that's something extra, right?
No, you can go down here and set your own color. So when you come here to your calendar, you can set your color. So like my birthdays, if somebody had a birthday and I set it, this would be my color for my birthday. So you can come in here and set colors for different things so that you can have this whole thing colorized.
Okay. I tried the Google Calendar, but it gave me I don't know. I guess I wasn't focused.
Yep.
So I'll start like trying to fill it in today and tomorrow and see how I can, because I do have a planner that I write things in. I said it would be the same thing as this, except for this is on the laptop.
Yep.
Correct.
So if you have a planner and you already got stuff scheduled in your planner, transfer it to your calendar and do it a week at a time. Don't try to do it a month at a time. So I mean, if there's things that you know out a month out that you need to do, go ahead and put that on there. But don't try to plan your whole month if you're not that focused. Like Roy and Tanya, they already know 2-3 months in advance things they have to do. There's things I know I got to do in the upcoming months. I go ahead and put those days on there. Like I know the last week in February, I'm going to be on a trip to Florida. So I already got that blocked off. I know in June, I'm going to be in Florida again. I know in October, I'm going to be in Florida again. So I already know that. I know that in August, the first weekend in August is my grandson's birthday. I always plan his party. I already know that. I know in October, the second week in October is my granddaughter's birthday. We're going to be planning parties for that. So I know the second week in February, my daughter's moving back home. So I know I got to make sure my house is taken care of for that. So I know that whole week of second week in February is blocked off to make sure that I can get her moving trucks, make sure that I'm here to take care of the baby while we get stuff situated. So if you know things in advance, go ahead and put it on there.
Okay.
And then, but work small increments week to week until you get comfortable working your calendar.
I think that's where I need to start at first.
Yep.
Kind
So
of
get organized.
yes, that's it. Because I don't have any organization right now. And that's probably why it's scattered in my brain.
Exactly. I promise you, if you sit down, if you got time tonight, I say get started. That way on Sunday, the first day of the week is the start of a new week. You already got your plan. So you can wake up Sunday morning going, I got my plan. Now I need to work it.
Okay.
And just start. Like I said, do personal stuff, do family stuff, then do your business. That's the way I always do it. I do my personal, my family, my business. And do it and be specific. Like you're saying, you still have pages to do. Be specific in your page. Put on there, and I always tell them 2-hour block of time to work on a page is enough to get you started.
Okay.
If you don't finish it in 2 hours, then you make a note on your title, incomplete, so that you know to go back and do it. If you've got more time at the end of the day, that's where you do it. But you don't fluff off and say, well, give me 10 more minutes on this. And you end up moving your next train of schedule down, because then that'll become a habit. You'll become inconsistent.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Good.
I got a question about Google AdSense. Okay. So we have our plagiarism score on our pages need to be very low.
Very low. If you can, and the thing about the plagiarism checker, and I don't use it because I write for me. I don't write for anybody else. I can't think like Rory. I don't write like Paul. But if you do it the way Rory and Paul say, you do each paragraph. I always tell my students, read the whole page first before you even attempt to write about it. That way you know the general context of what it's telling you. Then put that information in your own terms. When you get to that paragraph, you already know what the page is going to be saying. So then that gives you a better idea of how you want that first paragraph to read based on your own experiences and your own knowledge.
Okay, that's good. 3 pages first before modifying.
Yes, I always read it first, because my thing is, yes, when you modify paragraph by paragraph, then you are modifying that information there. But if you don't know what the whole theme of the page is, then it kind of makes your train of thought kind of broken. Because then when you get to the end of it, and this is just me, when I get to the end of doing it that way, it's like I go back and reread it and it doesn't sound like me. It doesn't sound like how I would portray something. So if I know the whole general content of what the page is trying to convey, then when I get to that paragraph, I can read it and say, well, I know this is the line it's going. How would I want to introduce it? How would I tell my friends about this page? The thing about when you're writing and modifying, you want to keep the general theme of the page. So if it's a selling page about wine, so the general theme about is you want to make sure that you're letting them know, I got a wine club. I want you to join it. This is the basics of it. Anything you put in there outside of that, as long as you convey that message, you can write however you want to write. So if you get to that first paragraph and it's like, well, I really wouldn't say it that way. This is how I would say it. That's the way you say it, how you would say it. I have one gentleman, he's very country, and he writes like he talks. And I don't correct him. The only thing is I make sure he's got the proper grammar and punctuation. I say, if that's the way you talk, that's the way you write, because you will attract people just like you. They will see your genuinosity in there. They will see you are down to earth. They will see somebody just like them. If you make your pages perfect all the time, you're going to alienate some of your readers, Because then they're going to come to your page and they're going to be like, well, I don't know if I can relate to this person. They're above my level. So
Yeah.
write like you talk. If you have a misspelled word here or there, leave it. People's like, well, it's not perfect. I get people all the time, well, you misspelled that word, or you really need to make this 2 sentences instead of 1. I leave it because people relate to imperfections. People don't relate to perfectionism.
That's exactly right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It
Now,
does.
now
Because I,
on the flip side of that, if you are marketing to business professionals, that's a whole different ballgame. I have pages that I market to the mass populace, and then I have pages I market to business professionals. If you go and read it, you wouldn't know I was the same person. But I've been in that environment. I was in the business environment for over 20 years. I worked with CEOs and executives and vice presidents all the time, day in, day out. So I had to be that persona. I had to make sure I had the proper grammar, the proper posture. I had to make sure I was professional in everything.
okay.
So, but I can relate to those people. But then when I go and write to the mass populace, like on my Facebooks and stuff, I'm down to earth. Hey, I'm that country girl that grew up on the farm slopping pigs. Yep, that's me.
Okay. Well, I just had being that this is marketing and all that, I had the image in my head that everything needed to be professional. And I think that's where I started really having a problem.
Nope.
I'm
You
glad
write
to.
your Yep, you write your pages the way you are as your personality.
Okay. And
It
Google AdSense is strict.
Google AdSense, and people get rejected from Google AdSense, and they're like, they just don't like me. It's not. Google AdSense, this is their main thing. Do you have content on your pages? Yes. Do you have relevant content that people are looking for? And you should be yes. Is it stuff that's trending? Trending means, is it popular? Is it the fad? Is it the happening thing? We have it. We're always going to have it because we always have wine. We're always going to have diet products. We're always going to have stuff related to pets. We're always going to have stuff related to travel. We're always going to have stuff related to working from home jobs and things like that. So we have the trending things. The thing is how are you at telling people about it? Are you dry? Are you just are you telling a story, or are you marketing? Is your whole site advertising? If it is, you're not going to get Google AdSense. I can tell you that now.
Oh.
Google AdSense wants to see you in your pages. They want to see you and how you relate to people about your product. That's why I tell people I'm in wine. I've been in wine since the beginning. I have yet to taste a bottle. I've never drank a bottle. But if you went and read my pages, you would think I was the biggest wine person there was.
And see, I'm the same way. I don't drink wine at all. And I'm thinking, like, how can I write a page on wine?
I don't write about wine. I write about how wine relates to life.
Oh.
If you go to read my pages, I don't say personally how wine tastes, because that'll be a lie. I don't lie in my pages. I tell them, I've given it to friends and they've gotten different tastes. I tell them this based on my research or my studies. This wine pairs great. This is a great wine. Sometimes I don't even put research. I just tell them this is a good wine to go with this type of food. I'll go in and make recipes. I'll go in and talk about how, like the last one I did was wine culture. What is your wine culture? Why don't we have a wine culture in the United States? And I gave the history on why we don't have a wine culture, why it died, prohibition, that we had. The government wanted their 2 cents worth out of the liquor alcohol industry.
You wrote a page about that?
Yes, I did. And
Wow.
it's getting a lot of hits. The compare wine, the page I have, the compare wine, where is it at? Compare wine that I did, it is getting tons of hits. Because people want to see why, what's the difference in the different wines. And I gave people an education on the wine. So when you come to my compare wine prices, it's like, why do you spend $9? Here's about the wine culture, mass produced wines, how to compare wines. There's my Google AdSense. What makes a fine wine? And I went in there and told how the process goes, the health benefit. I even gave them a health benefit on wine, and sent them to my page. Here I told them about, how you can come in for $99 as a member. I give them different things, and then wine prices, restaurant prices. I even compared it to my favorite restaurant. The wine that was there, and it was $7.95 for a glass of this Merlot. But yet, if you bought the whole bottle was like $40. Well, here in our wine club, you can get a bottle of Merlot for $30 or less. Still, I haven't talked about how it tastes because I don't drink it. So, and then I give them the option. It's better to have a wine club and have the wine brought to your house than to go and have to spend $8 to $9 for a glass of wine and you still can't bring it home. So, that's all I talked about. I gave facts in there, but I gave my own story of my own experiences of what I've seen when I went about wine. So, nowhere in here do I talk about me drinking wine. Nowhere. So, if you're like me, like I said, you don't have to tell them how wine tastes because wine's going to taste differently to everybody. It depends on their palate. And you can even put that in there. You can say, why don't I tell you how wine tastes? And you can go in and tell them wine tastes differently to everybody. Wine will taste different based on what toothpaste you use to brush your teeth that morning, what you ate that day. When you're tasting the wine, what are you eating with it? If you are having a glass of Merlot, are you having shrimp or are you having steak with it? By what you're eating is going to change the flavor of your wine. It's just the way that the toxins, the way that the sulfite, everything mixes with that. It's a chemical reaction. And you can put that in there. So you'll never hear me say, well, this wine tastes really great, blah, 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 because my palate's not like your palate. It's not going to taste the same to me as it does to you. You can say it's a great wine, but you need to taste it for yourself to see what it pairs well with you. So that's how you can get around actually telling people how it tastes.
So when you make a new page on whatever your topic is on wine, it doesn't stem from this page. It's a whole other page.
Yep. But I can use research just like here. That's why you want to cross market. Like right down here with the health benefits. When they go in here and click and read about this, I actually have a whole page that talks about the health benefits of wine.
So how would me as a person looking at your page and see health benefits of fine wine, and then I wanted to know more, but how
there's a link in here that they would click and it would take them to my page on health benefits of wine.
That's the answer you got. I mean, you gave me the answer. Okay.
Yeah. So you can click internal links. That's why you always need an internal link. So if you have a page and you're writing on a topic like this one, health benefits of fine wine, I don't want to go ahead and reinvent and tell them again over and over about the health benefits of fine wine when I already have a page. I just want to allude to them, pique their curiosity and say, oh, by the way, you're still having, qualms about getting wine or know what fine wine is? Well, let me tell you about the health benefits. I got a page dedicated to it. Go read it. And then put them a link in there, and then they click that link, and it goes right back to your website, but it's a page telling them about the benefits of wine.
Okay. Okay. I'm learning. And it's it's a page that we have to modify that Roy has given us.
Either that or one that you've created on your own. As long as it's in your system and it's related to what you are talking about, that they can go and read more information on.
Okay. Yep. Now this page, blockchain innovation, I have never ever heard of that. So that means I have to research and get my understanding of what that is before I can modify my.
Yep. And you can read the page. There's a lot of information there on that page. There's also a lot of terminology on that page. That was the hardest page for me to write. I'm not going to lie, it took me almost a year to put that into my words where I could understand what I wrote. Now, I went in there and modified it, but I didn't have a clue what I was saying. I was rewording, I was researching words to see what would be a better word to put in there. But as far as making it mine, it was never mine until about a year ago. And that's when I had done all my research and talked to people that I knew about Bitcoin, about blockchain, watched all the videos, did all the research, even went on YouTube and looked at videos talking about blockchain and cryptocurrency. I educated myself on how that worked, how it came to be, the process of it. Then I went back and wrote that page. Now, there's some people don't even write it. They just get rid of it, and they include the cryptocurrency, you know, in another part of it, because we do have free products. So you can even put Bitcoin under free and not even worry about blockchain. But the fact that we got the Helium hubs that pay in crypto, we got Stake Base that's coming on board as soon as they get the kinks worked out of it. That's a crypto exchange. Plus you have your Coinbase, which is a crypto. You know, so we have programs that are in the blockchain family. So it's a good thing to have a topic where you can house all those in one place. But if you're not comfortable writing that, then you can move that menu item out, put it in draft, and then put the other things in other categories that they match until you're comfortable with it.
But I still will have to advertise it.
You don't have to advertise it. It could just be on your system. Everything on your system, you don't have to advertise. The things you want to advertise, I always say, is things you're paying for, like the anchor offers, and then things that really resonate with you, things that are fads that people are looking for. Those are the things you want to advertise. If you're creating a brand new page and you're like, hey, I really want to get the word out about this, then you advertise that page. You can have floating pages. I tell everybody, I said, you know, when you come to this is my menu. I don't have every page on my menu. I don't have every page on my menu, on my category page. When you come to my pages, I have close to 300 pages. I have 294 pages in my system. Not every page is on my menu. Not every page is in a category. I have a lot of floating pages. That means people have to come to my site and based on something that they've seen, and they can look and say, well, let me go over here and search. That's why this search bar is so important. You need to have it, because if they've seen one product based on your categories, they can come over here and search and say, okay, I want to see what she has on travel. All right. So they can type in travel in my search, and it's going to pull up every page that I've ever done about travel. And they can just scroll down and read from one page. Then they go to the next page and read until they find what they're looking for. And they can just keep reading, you know, and then they can go to the next page. There's another page I did for travel. And that's the way it works. Just like Google, when you search on Google, you see one category after the other based on the topic that you search for. So that's why you want those floating pages in your system so people can search for them. You want them to stay in your site as long as possible until they find what they need. If they don't find it, you want them to fill out this questionnaire right here and go on to your contact list.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's I have modified some pages, and it says stuff like no link. Let's see. I don't want to leave. Let's see. Anyway, you know, in the Yoast part. Oh, I lost you. Where are you? And if you haven't added links or anything like that.
All right, let's see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna pull up one of my pages. Okay. Hold up just a minute. Somebody's Skyping me.
Sheila?
I'm here.
Okay. Is that something you could also help us with?
I can. So if you go down here to Yoast, you see my Yoast, I have an orange and a green. Okay. So we're going to fix that. This is an old page that I did. I've remodified it for our TV, but there's still some things in here that I need to fix. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to come down here to Yoast, and here's your Yoast. All right. So in your SEO, you're going to have your focus key phrase, which is what you want it to have in there. Okay. You're going to have your Google preview, which anybody that goes and searches for Google, this is how it shows up. It's going to have the title of your page, and depending on what you put, it's going to have where it came from. You're going to come down here and you're going to look at your meta description. So it's telling me, number one, my meta description is orange. Okay. So it's too long. That's why it's orange. You always want to make sure these are green and green. So I'm going to go back through and read and see. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to use some. So now I'm going to say, it says now you have. So I'm going to say get access to the best alternative cable TV. How about free TV? Get free basic cable. All right. And then exclamation point. So that turned it green just by changing this. So this is a power word that says get. That's telling people they need to take action now. So I changed that. That turned it to green. So then I'm going to click on my analysis, your SEO analysis. And this right here, it says a lot of people get this. You're linking your key phrase. Okay. This means somewhere in my page, I have linked my focus key phrase to my affiliate. In other words, I'm giving my affiliate my traffic. So I want to go there and remove it. I don't want them to rank for the keyword I want to rank for. So you need to go through here. I need to go through here. And I need to find, I have my key phrase linked. All right. And my key phrase is alternative TV right here.
Okay.
So I'm going to break that link, and I'm going to update. And a lot of people's like, well, you just lost your link. Okay, I'm just going to come back here. And I got the wrong one in, so I'm glad I'm doing this because this is the wrong link. I need the right link. So I'm going to go to my tipping circle. I'm actually going to pull up my ads. And I have everything bookmarked in my ads. And I'm going to get my tipping circle. And I should have the link there. That's for Prime One chat. Maybe I don't have it here. Nope, so we'll get it. So I'm going to go and log into my tipping circle. So when I go into tipping circle, I go into my portal. And this is the link you should be using on tipping circle. So a lot of us, when we first started, they told us to use the join link. The invite friends link, we don't want to use that because it doesn't work anymore. You want to go to your apps. You want to go to your integrated apps. And you want to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you want to get the affiliate link. Okay, and I'm going to copy this link. And then I'm going to come back to my page. And I'm going to fix these links. But number one, I'm going to come here. And I'm going to put, how about free TV? So I'm going to link that phrase. And I'm going to open it in a new tab. So anytime you're sending somebody away from your site, You always want to open it in a new tab so that your site stays up and a new tab opens. If you don't know what a new tab is, that's one of these up here. So they will get a new tab that opens up that goes to this affiliate, and your page will still be here for them to come back to later.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a lot of information.
Yep, and it's recorded, so you'll be able to get it on my YouTube. So I'm gonna go ahead and link this too. I'm gonna put a couple different links in here.
So you linked talking about free TV to your tipping circle so your friends could see it?
Yep. Yep. Everybody will go through that, and once they get in here and they click on this, it will take them to sign up for Tipping Circle. Then if they get the TV, the gaming, the hubs, or anything, you get credit for it. If you send them just to the invite link to come to your Tipping Circle, it doesn't link it to your apps. So you want to make sure that you have this. If you just have the invite link, go back and change them, because it will invite them to Tipping Circle, but if they sign up for any of your programs in there, you won't get credit for it.
Well, who will get credit?
Tipping Circle. It goes into a bundle of lost orphans. They don't know who to credit it to. So you want to make sure you're using this affiliate link. That way it's assigned to you. So when somebody signs up, they know exactly where it goes to.
Okay. That's another page that I had never heard about. So, yep. Oh my God. I think
and it's just because you haven't gotten to that page. Once you get to that page, your instructor will help you get it fixed.
Okay.
So I'm going to come here and put this in the picture. Again, open in a new tab. Okay. And I'm going to change this one out. I'm going to edit that, put in my new link, and hit save. All right, and then channels like, again, we're going to edit this link. I just broke that link, so I'm going to put it back in there. Open link in a new tab and update. Okay. Again, we're going to edit this link, paste the new link in, and update. Refer, again, we're going to edit, paste in the new link, hit submit, and it'll be good. And then dinner with fine wines. All right, so that's an internal link. So I'm sending them to my Valentine's Day history page. And I wrote a whole page on the history of Valentine's Day, where it came up. I also did a history of why the Easter Bunny is related to Easter, where it came from. So there's all kind of different things you can do. That's my response magic. So we are good. So I'm going to hit update on that. So I've changed out my links, and this is a really short page. I'll probably go back and play with it again since we're getting ready to relaunch the TV platform. So now we're going to look at the readability. So this is where you need to come to see what's wrong with your page. A lot of people will come in and they'll keep writing and keep changing things. And they're like, I can't get green and green. I can't get green and green. And they never look at this. So this is your guide to what's wrong with your page. So this is one of the things you want to always look at, especially after you've done your content. I always tell my students, when you come to a new, and this is where you need to get with your instructor and follow what their guidelines is. But I always tell my students, when you come to a new page that you are modifying, the first thing I tell them to do is to remove all pictures and remove all links, because you want to start with nothing but content. Content is what's the key. So then if you don't have any of those distractions, then you're not looking at a picture trying to write around a picture. So I always tell them, when you come in, take out all the pictures, take out all the links, leave your videos, because you want to keep those. You can move those up and down. And then you have your content. Then you can read your content. All right. And then you can go in and modify it. When you get finished with your content, you come down here and look at your SEO. And if you have no pictures, it's going to tell you don't have any pictures or no links. That's fine. Those are easy to fix. What's not easy to fix, if you have a bunch of pictures and you're trying to write around the pictures, is this readability. Because then you get locked in, well, I got to make it match this picture, or I got to make it match this link, or I got to make it match this. If you have a clean content page, then you can concentrate on what you actually want to write instead of trying to write it around what's already there. So then I can come back and look. Yeah. If you start with a clean page, and when I say clean page, like I said, all your pictures are removed except for your videos, all the links are removed. Then you can put your own content in there, and then you can link your own words. I always link phrases because I think people are drawn better to a phrase than they are to a single word. A single word can get lost in the content. Even though you colorize it and highlight it and bold it, it can still get lost. But a phrase will stand out, especially if it's a phrase that people relate to, like get free money, or earn free money, free downloadable app. That resonates with them. Okay, let me click on this. Another thing, Google doesn't like to see a whole page of click here, go here. They want you to actually have content that guides them. You can say, want more information? I got the page for you. And then highlight that phrase so that they know to click that instead of saying click here. Every time people hear click or go here, sometimes if it's throughout the whole page, they're thinking, oh, they're wanting me to buy something. So if you be honest with yourself, when you see a page and somebody says click here, that's the first thing you think of. Oh, they want me to buy something. Yep. So if you put it in terms that you would want to click, then that's what you put. So if you tell them, hey, if you've already piqued their curiosity and you say, oh, you want to read more, I got the perfect page for you, and highlight that phrase, they will click the phrase because they know that's what they're there for, to click on anything that looks different. Okay. So that's why you want to highlight it. That's why you want to colorize it if you can, but make it stand out so that they know that's the clickable link without actually saying click.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I think
Miss
so.
Joan, are you following? You good? She's not. I heard that you were a little shy, so I'm going to single you out.
I am too, but I can't learn.
It's just me and you, Miss Gloria, Miss Joan, and me. So we're good. So I'm here for you to whatever you need. So we're gonna go through this. So the reason it's orange, not necessarily transition words, it is this subheading. Google doesn't like long text. They like short, concise text. So they like short, concise sentences. So have a section in here that's longer than 300 words without a breakup, without a heading. So I want to go up here and find where that's at. Okay. So I have this one, so I know it's probably not here.
Okay.
So let's go up here. So I got a feeling it's this list right here. Or I could have this. See, this is a heading. It could be one of my headings that I actually have it as a paragraph. So that's a heading. That's a paragraph, paragraph, paragraph. I'm not separated by, so I got a feeling it's this list, and combined with this, it's telling me I got too much stuff. So what I can do, make sure everything is still a heading that I want it to be a heading. So I'm going to put one here and let's see if this is it. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. So that's what it was. So you see, I just put this heading right here based on the content that I knew was here.
Mhm.
So I said, program has launched, enjoy some wine.
Come here.
All right, please mute yourself. You're moving around. It's on my recording.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. All right, so, and usually when I have a long heading like this, I always like to center it. It just, to me, it's just more eye appealing. So now that I've separated from talking about my TV to telling them to celebrate with some wine, that satisfied that one thing. So now I have my subheadings spaced out. Everything is good. This transition, I'm not worried about it because I have green and green. Now, when I come back to this page later, I'm actually making a note to work on this page. Usually this transition right here, if you have a really short page, and this one has only 789 words. For me, that's short, but it satisfies Google's requirements. So this is still a good page. It's still marketable. It still follows the guidelines. It's green and green. But for me, to get rid of this right here or add more to it, I need to add more content. And there's, with all the new programs that's launched right now, I can in and rework this a little bit. So that's one of the things I can put in there. So that's how you can go through and read. Usually start with your orange first and then work up to your red, unless you have a bunch of red. And then if you have a bunch of red, start with the easiest red to fix. Don't worry about transition words. And the other one is passive voice. Leave those for last.
Okay.
Usually you can get away with having those in red unless there's a lot of them. So if you have a ton of passive voice, say like you got 40% of your page is passive voice and it's red, you're going to have to drop it down some. If your transition words are like non-existent, then you're going to have to get them up. But usually if you can get the rest of this stuff, like your consecutive sentences, your paragraph length, your sentence structure, get those up, your flesh score come up, and your flesh score really needs to be high. I always say if you can get it above 60, that's great. Your flesh score has to do with how your page flows. So if you have really long sentences, like combination sentences, conjunct sentences, a lot of people, their mentality, their focus is not that great. When they read, they want to read short, concise, to the point sentences. They don't want to read long paragraphs. So that's why Google says 150 words, you need to start a new paragraph. If you have 300 words or more, you need a new heading. So they want it to be flow simply so that when you go from one topic to the next topic, then people can relate. Okay, they're changing topics. I'm on board. They don't want you to have 20 words in a sentence. They'll tell you that. You will actually get that you have X amount of sentences with more than 20 words. They don't like that. Short, concise sentences. So if you have a lot, like I said, if you have a lot of combined sentences or I can't think of the word. What's the word I'm thinking about? Where you got two sentences together. Compound sentences. There you go. Thank you. So if you have a lot of compound sentences, change them to one sentence. Break them back apart. Not to say that you can't have compound sentences. You just don't want to have too many.
Okay.
All right, Miss Joan.
Yes.
All right. Tell me what you need.
Oh, okay. Well,
what did you say about the link? When you see the error message with the link on it, what is it? What is it based on?
Okay. That means if you see it where it says it's linking to another phrase, don't do that. That means you have used your keyword and you've linked it to go to your affiliate. So in other words, what you're doing is you're competing with your affiliate for that key phrase and that traffic. You don't ever want to compete with your affiliate.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't mean that you used the wrong word. It just means that you've linked it. In other words, you've put a link for them to go from your key phrase to their site. Google don't want you to do that. So
Okay.
you have to find a different word in your paragraph to link. So in this one, for instance, I had my key phrase, which is in the beginning, best alternative TV. I had it linked to go to TV, my TV affiliate. And so I got that phrase, you're linking your phrase. So you don't want to link your focus key phrase to go to your affiliate that you're marketing. Okay, so if
Okay.
you have that, then you need to go and see what your focus key phrase is, and then look through your writing, your content, and see where you've linked it. So if you have it like this, and it's your focus key phrase, it can even be part of it. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. If it's part of your focus key phrase, you will get that message. Just go and unlink it and then find a different phrase or word in that same sentence or that same paragraph and link it to have them go to your affiliate.
Okay.
I'll be back in just a second.
All right.
Wow.
All right. What else,
Another
Miss
thing,
Jones?
yes, I'm having problems with posting ads.
Okay. What you need?
Um, First of all, I'm not sure of the sites that I should be posting on. I tried to do the free, but then when you go in after, it's asking about money, and it's like I'm not sure like if my ads are strong enough
Okay.
to to get on.
I
You know?
actually posted. There is a great site. It's called Power Words.
Power Word.
Yep. Let me get that link for you. I'm gonna post it here in the chat. Give me just a minute. You don't have to subscribe to this. Okay, I'm gonna put it here in the chat. Okay, so it's there in the chat. You can copy that link, but this is a link for Power Words. You don't have to do the free trial. You don't have to do anything. You can just read this information here, and it has a list of the most powerful Power Words. And these are trigger words that causes people to click your ad. All right.
Okay.
So here's some of the things you can use. Like it says, unique, action-driven, event, scam. I don't ever use these, but when you get down to here is where you actually get into the actual word. So you can do, people are greedy. They want something now. So here's some key phrases that you can start your ad: save money, bargain, free, So it has a list, and then it tells you what's the next one. You want to inspire curiosity. Here's the words you start your sentences with, your ad with: uncover, join, confidential, hidden, things that's going to get people's curiosity piqued. I did one yesterday. It said, I wrote it down. Where did I write it down? Lazy. Here's one for lazy people that don't really want to do a whole lot. Here's words you can use: quick, shortcut, guilt-free, save time, instant, swift, pronto, snap. See, I use snap a lot of times, but it's related to my brain products.
Okay.
So here's things that you can use: crave, desire, sinful, say, things that you want people wanting, appeal to vitality, beautiful, attractive, legendary, youthful, alluring. So it has these trigger words that people want: forceful, elated, supreme, potent, command, influence. So these are, and it has 200, and it has a list of how you can use them based on what your ad is. So I go into Google Drive. I have ad templates, and that's what this is. For every product that I've marketed, I have a template set up. So I have my Bitcoin, my Blue Scorpion. I do chocolate from Russell Stover's and a couple of other places. My coffee, for Valentis and their products. I even have a couple of dating sites, decorations, fashion clothes, food. my information files. You know, this is where I put all my research material. I even have a folder for all the logos and images I want to use. I have a miscellaneous file for things that I don't quite know what I want to do with yet. My muse, my nootropics, pets, and then my tipping circle. I even have a seasonal and promotional. So I never take down my ads for the different seasons or my pages. I actually have a category on my site for seasonal and promotional. And that's where I put my Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, Halloween. All those pages are there and they stay there year round. So people can click instead of me going in and taking a page out of draft, putting it back in draft, which you should never do. Never take a page that you've already marketed and published and put it in draft. You lose your traffic, plus people will come there looking for that page and not find it and think your site's shut down. So never take a page that's published and put it in draft. Always leave it, just update it.
Okay.
So I come here to Tipping Circle. I hope I put that ad in there. I got a feeling I didn't, but we're going to see. So here's my Tipping Circle ad template. And so whenever I sit down to advertise, I don't have to sit down to try to figure out what I'm going to write. It's already here. So all I have to do is just come here. I already have my links, my headlines, which is right here, the different ones. And as I think of them, I can add them. Here's my different marketing tools that I can use, my different ads. You see they're short, sweet, to the point. And these are the ones that you're going to put like in your free ad sites. You're going to put them on your social media, your Facebook ads. Here's some more headlines I can use. Here's the other ones that I can use. Again, it's for TV. Then I can come down here to my Helium, my free TV. Let's see, where's my tippings? Gaming. Then I have my paid to chat. Here's the different ones I can use for that one. Here's one I did online. It says, you know, do you have a teen or adult out there that uses your phone plan? Try this amazing app to help you save time. IM videos. Better yet, get a free app that pays you to chat. So it says, check out the 411 on my blog page in the comments. And this is one I put on Facebook. Seriously, you need to download this. So there's different things that you can use. And here's another one. How often a day do you chat? So I can break these up. This is one that I would put like on LinkedIn, Alignable, or something like that, where it's broken down a little bit more extensive that tells them what they can do. So I have this, so I'm not sitting in front of my computer trying to figure out an app, a way to market. Here's one. Let's see. I'm gonna go here to my social, go to my Facebook, and show you the one I put in. Like I said, I'm a night owl. So last night I was up late. So here's one I did like last night. Profit. That's one of the ones from Greed. It says profit from chatting with your sphere of influence, i.e. friends, family, and colleagues, even video conferencing. So that's all I put out there, and put an image. And then I'll put my link down there, you know, for them to go check out my blog site for, here it is right here on my site, on my image, you know, so I don't have to if I don't want to. Here's another one. Want to make money while you chat or watch TV? Again, just quick power words. Want to make money. That's all they're going to see. Want to make money. What do I need to do to make money? Here's another one. Are you ready to sleep deeper, sounder, and wake more refreshed? Lose weight at the same time. So these are short, concise. I can use them on Instagram. I can use them on Twitter. You know, any of my social media, they're short. They follow the parameters, and then just put a picture and a link. So even here, if you're not part of the wine culture, you need to call this number now and get in the know. And then it's got my WineBot number. So these are things that you can do. And, you know, I have, like I said, I got a listing for all of them. And as I think about them or write them down, I'll just come to my template, you know, and write that down. That's probably one of the things I'm going to do today is go back and write those, because like I said, it was about like 3 o'clock this morning when I did that. So, but here's again, my wine. I have all of my wine links for all of the pages I've created for wine. wine business. I got keto friendly wines. I got wine and meals. I got the wine boutique. That's when I created about, we have boutique wines. I have a couple of companies that do beer. So I paired my beer and wines. I did my compare wines. I actually did one on diamonds, but it's about wine and diamonds, taking care of that special someone. I did the Muse wines. So there's different links that I can use. And then I have my different headlines that I can use. This is the ones I did for the holidays. Again, I have different processes that you can use. So it's after 2 o'clock. So let's go and actually market to one of these programs. So I have a list of all of my ad sites. These are the different ones that I use. A lot of people, classifieds for free is still there. Classified businesses is still there. You just have to go through. I don't know what site you're using that says you have to pay for it. You don't want to pay for anything. If it's telling you to pay for it, then that means you've either, and it's supposed to be a free site, that means either you've included a link in your description and it doesn't want you to, or you've changed the time frame. But all the sites that you have access to shouldn't be paid for. If it does, I don't use them. I don't use paid for sites. So here's an ad that I put out January the 19th. It's already got 19 views, and it's learn how to use your phone to pay your bill. So we're going to come to here. This is the classifiedads.com, and I'm just going to go to post a site or post an ad. Make sure you register for these. And that's why creating that template is so important. So I'm going to create a category, and I'm going to go to communities, and I'm going to put this in announcements. All right. And then it's going to ask me for a location, and I'm going to type in United States because I want it to go worldwide. If you want it to go to a specific place, you can put that. If I wanted it, and you have to see where this goes. Let's see if this one I think goes to Canada. So you can go to Canada. You can go to a specific state. So if you want to go to Texas, okay, you're going to go to state of. If you wanted to go to California, you can see the different things, and then you just scroll down. You always want to do state of unless you want to do a specific one. But this one, I want to do it to the United States. And I'm going to scroll back up, and it will go out. And then this is where your template comes in so handy. So I want to come back and go to my phone, paid to chat. And I'm going to go to these power words, and I want to see what would be a power word. So we got simple, one time, because I want to look for consumer lives, because this is something everybody uses. So never, that would be a good one. Reduce, cut down, clarify, save time, speedy, unravel, beat, break down, free up. I like this one. So let's do this. I'm going to create a new headline. Never. And I'm going to put that in caps. And sometimes, even though you put it in caps, your ad won't be in caps. So we're going to see it. Never pay. Okay. So I'm going to say never pay for your phone bill again. Get details. And I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to put it over here in my tipping circle ad. And I'm going to put this as a headline. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here and get one of these that I already have. And I'm just going to grab this one right here. Short, sweet, to the point. Copy. Please mute if you're not talking. It's coming through. Thank you. I'm going to paste that. And the asking price is free. So you can put 0 or type in free. And this is one of the ones you can play with. So once I get my information in there, I can go in and structure it. And I'm going to actually, since this is a short one, we're going to center it. And I'm going to type in free share and earn. Okay. And then I'm going to center these two. And then I want this whole content to be bigger, much bigger. Okay. And I want these to stand out. So I'm going to colorize those. Red's a good color to stand out, or you can use blue to let it stand out. I'm going to colorize these. Free downloadable app. I want that to stand out. So let's use a wine color on that one. It's in bold. I think I want to center that too. And then, there we go. And then the other thing you can do here is say, check it out. And then this is where you're going to put your link. I have my link right here. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to put that in here. This is one of the sites you have to use your function buttons. And I'm going to change that font. Here we go. Okay. And I want to link this. So I'm going to copy this and click on my link button. It's going to ask me what I want to link to. That's what I want it to link to. And type OK. And then your name. I use my website name. Okay. Here's one of the places you don't want to use autofill because it will change where you're marketing to. So you have to manually put in, I use my WineBot. Here, because I want them to call. I want it to go to the United States. So that's why I say don't autofill. If you autofill, it messes up this right here. You don't want to change your expiration date because that's your free time. If you change this to anything else, they're going to charge you. Then you want to put in this. And then this one, this site allows you to upload 5 images. So you want to make sure that you are uploading 5 images related to what your ad's talking about. My ad's talking about free phone. All right. So you want to make sure that you are uploading images related to phone or paid to chat. So I'm going to go to my logos. I'm going to go to my chat. And I'm going to start uploading these images. And I'm just going to upload one at a time. And I put all 5 in. And the reason you want to put all 5 in is because it rotates the images based on the click, just like our website does. They don't show all 5. They rotate them out. So you want to make sure you have good, clean images that is relating to your ad that you posted out there. And get one more. That one. And then you want to go through and make sure everything looks the way you want it to look. Okay, so we got our ad title, which is catchy, never pay for your phone bill again. Get details, and I might put it right there. Asking price, it's free download and get paid, share and earn, got my site, got everything put in, got my images, and I'm going to post this ad.
Sheila,
So yes,
that 801 telephone number, is that your personal number, or is that a number that?
that's my WineBot number. So in that space, you always want to use a phone number. If you are using, if you are in V marketing, use your Google Voice number or your Text Now number. Never put your personal phone number in there.
Okay. Well, I haven't even gotten that far down yet. So.
Yep. So if you don't have a number, you don't have to put one unless it requires it. And then I would tell you to go ahead and sign up for Text Now. It's free, and get that phone number and start using it. But most of them, it's not required to have a phone number. I just put that in there because then that will give me traffic to my WineBot, and it can go straight into my wine information. So now when I get this in here, so this is what my ad looks like. These are going to be the images that cycle through. And then from here, I can share it. I can share it to Twitter. I can actually tweet this out, which I'm going to do because it's just more traffic. I've already created the ad. I'm going to grab an image to put with it and tweet it out. And that's all you have to do, because then they'll come here and click this link and it brings them to my ad. Okay, so it's just more traffic for you, more ways to do it. You can also go, here's different things up here. You can click on this one, and depending on how you have it, you can go here to Facebook, type it, send it to your Facebook, and do the same thing.
So is this something you get paid for?
Yeah, you get paid for anybody that signs up with this chat program.
Okay.
And see, and all I'm telling them to do is check out this ad. And I am going to send it to here and here, and I'm going to post this to my Facebook. And it's going to bring them to my classified ad. So it doesn't look like I'm doing an ad so much as I'm sharing a find. And then when they come to the actual ad, they're going to see my ad. So it's sort of like a blind posting. Same thing with LinkedIn. I can send this to LinkedIn. So if you have a LinkedIn account, this is a perfect place to do this. Yep. So this is a good thing. Once you create the one ad, especially when you go to this particular ad platform, you can post this anywhere that you have access to.
Would it be good for us to go ahead, like me, the only thing that I have is Facebook. I am in LinkedIn. Go ahead and get Twitter and all this other social media. Okay.
Check out this ad. So here it is. Again, it's a blind ad. I'm just putting it out there. Tired of paying for your phone bill? Do you want to get paid for video conferences? Because that platform is getting ready to be launched where they can actually download this on their desktop and use it like Zoom and Skype and get paid every time you log into it. So here it is. It's got my ad, it's got my picture, and then I'm just going to post. And that's going straight to my LinkedIn. So everybody on my LinkedIn account can see it. And then there's all these different places that you can sign up for and advertise to this same ad without actually having to go in and redo your ad. And then what you can do is copy this. When you create a fresh new ad, copy it and put it on your template. And then if you want to see if you get, this is one of the few places that actually shows you if your ad's getting searched. So look at here. I just posted this, literally just posted it, and already got 22 people looked at it. I mean, literally what, 10 minutes, 5 minutes?
So how do you know?
Now that means,
how do you know if some?
This just means somebody saw my ad. That doesn't mean they clicked it. They can click it. Now, once you get Google AdSense, they have a tracking on there. So you can go in there and they'll show you a report on which pages get clicked the most and where they're coming from.
Mm.
So once you get Google AdSense, that's where that can see that. Now, when somebody signs up for your program, you will get a notification in your email saying so-and-so signed up, or you had a new sign up for. So you'll get an email based on what email you use to sign up for the program. You'll get that as soon as they sign up. So you get notified. You don't get notified when they visit your site. You only get notified when they sign up. But this is a good thing for Google. You're getting ready to apply for Google, is they see this traffic. Like I said, it's been out there less than 5 minutes and already 22 people have seen this ad. You know, they've clicked on the ad, whether, you know, and that speaks volumes to Google. It's like, oh, you know, they got traffic to this page. That means they got traffic to their site. So that's one of the things, you know, this is one of the other sites that you can use. The other thing you can do is this one, you can't use repeated ads. So that means I can't take this same ad and go back to the United States again. Now I can take it to Canada, because this one, the tipping circle is worldwide. So you can take this anywhere in the world. I actually had a lady today from Facebook. She saw my ad and she's in India. And that's the first thing she said, can I market this in India? Yes, ma'am, you can. And we're connecting tonight. I want to talk to her about this, but she's in India, you know, so you have people all over the world that can see your ads based on where you put them. If you're in Facebook and different groups, I'm in a marketing group, several marketing groups in Facebook. They have people marketing all over the world on that group. And they've seen my ads, and I'm getting people interested in what I'm doing. So you can make all kind of connections on your social media, on your ad platforms. If you go to rr247.com and go to the ads, when you log in, go to your free traffic sites and just click on that one. You have access to all of these ads that you can sign up for. You just have to be aware of the rules and regulations. Like the AGC is only for Atlanta. It doesn't go anywhere outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Is that when you click on that, it'll, oh, I see it. I see it now. Okay.
But that's the one that asks for money.
Yes, some of them have changed. So you have to go in and be cautious of it. I don't use it anymore. So if it's asking you for money, don't use it. You can go to like the classified ads and actually single out Atlanta if you want to post in Atlanta. Some of them have changed. I know there was one that's on here, the AbleWise. It's no longer here. I think he might have taken it out, which is good. It's no longer there. The global free ads, that's a good one. The Gumtree that goes outside the United States, like this one here, it's no longer there. It's gone. Gumtree, you have to pay for it. And this one, you have to look at it and see. This is for India. Postadsfree.in. It only goes to India. So you have to look at it. This one you have to pay for. It says free, but when I went in, it did ask for a fee. So some of these have changed. He hasn't updated them. But again, you have these different things. I actually pay for this one. It's like $4.95, but then you get to submit to all these places with one link. You know, fairly simple. I can still, you know, claim it at the end of the day, end of the year for tax purposes. It's a business expense. So there's different things that you can do to advertise. And then you can always search Google. You can go to Google and type in free ad sites. Okay, and it'll pull up a whole list of places that you can advertise for free. You know, you can go like Nextdoor. It's another social media marketing platform. Just be careful on some of these places. They'll say it's free to sign up, but then you actually have to pay to use their services. So here's another one, free 50 sites to promote your website. So again, just, you know, search for things that you can use and make sure it is free. You know, you can register for free, but then when you actually have to use it, they want you to pay for it. So just do different things to find traffic to get out there. The ones that Roy has is great. Even the ones that are down here, you know, here's some more different places you can market. Each one of these contains a list. So if you click on that, you have a whole classified list of places that you can, you know, advertise in. You just have to make sure that you can do it. You know, you can do Facebook Marketplace, depending on how you word your ad. You can go to Craigslist. You can go to your local, if your newspaper is online, most of them, you know, you have to pay to advertise. They have a small fee. So depending on how much you want to invest, if you want to invest, but there's so many free places you don't have to. The thing about marketing and advertising is you need to be consistent. It doesn't mean that you put one ad out there today and you don't advertise again for another week. You know, you're not going to get the traffic. That's one of the things, Miss Gloria, you need to put on your calendar is advertising. So, you know, I try to I do a lot of mine at night. So, you know, when everybody's down, the house is clean, it's quiet, everybody's asleep, baths have been done. My me time is after 9 o'clock, you know, usually 10, depending on if we got a conference call. And I'll sit down. That's why I stay up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because I'm, you know, working. That's my time to work. Early in the morning when I'm with Eli, my grandson, doing homeschool, or late at night. That's when I do my stuff. So, you know, you need to put in there. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
So I have to modify all my pages before I can even post ads.
No. As soon as you finish a page, advertise it. You do not wait till you do your whole site. As soon as you finish a page, you want to get advertising, because you want traffic coming to your site. You don't want to finish your whole site and then start advertising. You're losing traffic. Because then when you go to apply for Google AdSense, they see you got a site that's 6 or 8 months old and no traffic coming to it.
And see, I've been finished some of mine. I don't know. Yeah,
as soon as you finish a page, just go out there and post. You can even post it on your Skype group with your instructor and say, hey, I got a new page. Can I get some feedback on it? Put it out there. You know, if you're on Facebook, go out there and introduce yourself again and say, hey guys, this is Miss Gloria. You know, this is Gloria. I started a new business that and it's writing. Can y'all give me some critique on what you think about my page? And then in your comments, put your page. Don't put your page link in your original post. You put your comments in your link. I mean, in your comments, you put your link in your comments, and then let your people see it and let them share it, make it shareable, so then they can share it. But yeah, it doesn't have to be elaborate. You know, that can be a start until you get your confidence up, and then go out there and go to these little posts like the classified ads and go out there and do the same thing. You know, say, hey, I got this great product, take a look at it, and then put your link. Your ads don't have to be elaborate. They just have to be enough to cause curiosity for people to click your link.
Okay. And can you tell me, explain more about V marketing? Because I'm not sure I understand that.
V marketing that's what Rory is going over today. So if you are not in V marketing, your instructor, when they feel you are ready, will get you signed up for that. This takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to go over it from beginning to end. But that is where you get free leads to go in and market. There's a set program for that and protocols to where you can build your business.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, but my instructor has to be the one that goes over it.
Yep. If you haven't gone over it yet, or they haven't gone over it yet, then they don't think you're ready quite yet. But once you are ready, they will get you involved in that. It's a free program that Rory offers, and there's literally a whole section on how to market with that. And it's to get people aware of your site and your products, and also to gain you students. So when you're ready to get that far, your instructor will set you up to go through that class.
Like how much, like how far you have to be through the PBS?
They will tell you. You can just ask them, say, hey, based on the instructions we had today, I want it, what's V marketing, because they should be getting ready to put you in V marketing unless you just got in.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to Greg.
Yep. And Greg's
Okay.
great. I've been talking with him for quite a while, so he knows he knows what we're going over today too. So you just tell him, say, hey, you know, let me get started in V marketing. You need to make sure that you're comfortable in your website, you know, because people are going to be coming to your website. You need to make sure that you have your anchor offer pages done, because that's what you're going to be marketing, sharing with the people from the V marketing program.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have my wine pages done, but I just haven't signed up for wine as yet. So I guess I have to sign up
Yeah.
for it before. Okay.
Yeah, because if you don't, then what's going to happen is it will go to your instructor. And you don't want them to, I mean, the wine program is a lot of money to be made. I mean, I get to stay home for my wine. I mean, I made $175 this last week just on people buying wine,
What?
just off the commission. You know, I've probably made, I don't even know how much I made last year. I got to look and see, but you know, it was 5 figures in wine. So, I mean, that's enough for me to
Okay.
stay home,
Mm. Okay.
Okay, Sheila.
you know, and it's just from getting students, getting customers, getting people to come in, you know, and just, you know, advertising my wine. If not, then you're going to be using your instructor's link, or you're not going to have a link in there at all.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'm
wine
gonna
is a
sign up
great, yeah.
soon.
Yeah, wine's a great, and like I said, you don't have to drink it. All of my wine, I created little labels to go on them. You know, got little cards from Walmart, created little labels, put a hole punched it, and put a ribbon around it. So, you know, people that come and work on my house, you know, I might see them at the grocery store. I always have at least a bottle of wine when I leave. I put a bottle of wine in my car because I never know who I'm going to run into. You know, I'll give it away. I give it away for birthday gifts, you know, anniversaries. Anytime, like before COVID hit, we were part of a swim club. You know, we would try to have adult get-togethers every once in a while, and I'd bring wine. And everybody's like, "Hey, Sheila," and I became the wine lady. You gonna bring some wine? So finally, I just told them, "Hey, you need to sign up. You know, I'm not your, I'm not your fix." So, but that's how you get customers. You introduce them to it, let them know. They find out that it does. And I had every one of them say, "Man, this tastes good. This don't taste like that white one." No, it don't, because this is how wine's supposed to be made. It's not going to taste the same. It's going to taste, and just like when you get your wine, you're going to see the More Than Muse. I think it's the More Than Muse, or it might be the Parables. One of them is the same wine in 2 different years, and everybody that's telling me says they taste completely different.
Mm.
And it's because one of them was made before the fires, one of them was made during the fires. So by it having the fires in Florida, in Napa, it changed the ground acidity, so therefore the grape tasted different.
Mm.
But
Okay.
it's the same vineyard, the same company, but it's a year different, and they taste totally different. But it's the same
Okay.
wine, same grape. So that's why I say you can write about wines and not drink it, just by researching and listening to other people talk. You know, you don't have to drink it. And that's me. I don't drink wine. Just a preference of mine. It has nothing to do with nothing. It's just I just never have. But you know, but that doesn't mean I can't sell it. I won a trip to Napa 2 years ago because based on sales. And I never drank it. You should have seen the people's faces when they told them that. That here I was on a trip with 20 other people, and I was the only one in the group that didn't drink. And they thought I had 2 heads. And Rory he's like, "Y'all leave Sheila alone. She don't drink, but she's selling. You know, she knows how to market."
It was delicious.
Hey, Emilio.
Hey.
So as long as you know how to present yourself and be confident in what you're doing, you can do anything. You can sell and market anything. That's the one thing about our PBS. People will never see you. They will follow you and get to know you and trust you based on your writing. That's why I never lie in my writing. I always write from my heart, from my own experience and my research. And they know me, you know. that's what you need to do. Sometimes you might have to find out who you really are, you know, find your inner self. Like with me, I was, like I said, I was in corporate America for over 20 years. I became a person I didn't recognize when I started this. I couldn't get out of that corporate box for a long time. And it took me a while to find out me again. You know, I wasn't the suit type, you know, I never was, but when I went into that world, I became that. So I had to find me again, you know, the laid back fun. You know, I still research. I've always researched. I've always read, but I was never that uptight. I became that uptight. So I had to learn who I was again. And once I learned who I was again and found myself, it made doing this so much easier. You don't believe me? Ask Emilio. He's on here now. I can't wait till y'all hear his story. But he was the same way. He was lost. He was floundering. He was trying to figure out who he was and what he needed to do. And now that he is on fire. I mean, literally.
She sent me a compass so I could find my way.
But it's just, you know, sometimes when you take that me time, just sit down and meditate and say, who am I? Who do I want to introduce people to? Do I want to introduce people to this person that I don't like, or do I want to introduce people to the person that I loved when I was growing up? You know, find out who you are. When you find out who you are and are comfortable in your own skin, the world opens up to you, because then you don't have any distractions. You don't have anything holding you back, because you know you can do whatever you set out to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Gloria.
Sheila, I am opposite of Joan. I have been getting the wine, but I haven't posted it. So I need to post it on my social media or wherever.
Ask
And get it
Emilio
going.
about he did his first wine unboxing yesterday on social media. And in less than 30 minutes, he had over 90 views.
Wow.
This morning I had 103,
He had 103 this morning.
and I think a few more were coming in.
And the only thing Emilio kept saying to me, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. You can't do it wrong. That's what I kept trying to tell him. You are honest. People are seeing the real you, doing something from your home about something that you're excited about and you want to share with them. There's no way you can do it wrong.
I forgot everything.
I mean, I even saw him with his notes. I was like, he's got notes, and then he put it down, and he put it down, but then he spoke from his heart.
I couldn't find the notes. They were right there in front of me.
But the thing about it is he had from the chats I saw, he had 2 people asking him, "What's your link, Emilio? Where can I get those wines?" 2 people, you know, within 2 minutes.
Guess it was genuine the way he did it.
Exactly. That's why I said, if you're genuine and you just all you're doing is sharing, you know. I mean, the wines themselves, the bottles, they're beautiful. I've yet to see an ugly label. And there's a lot of people, they buy on visual. You know, they're like, I don't know what this wine tastes like, but that bottle looks amazing, so I bet it tastes good. All of our bottle labels look amazing.
The Cabernet Sauvignon.
So are we supposed to take a picture of it and put it with the ad?
You can. Emilio did a Facebook Live. You can do a Facebook Live. You can do a Twitter Live. You can do an Instagram Live and just show opening your wine and say, hey, this is my wine club. You know, let's see what they brought me today. Or, hey, I just got my wine shipment in today. Let's see what I got, you know, and literally show them opening your box and taking the wine out and say, oh, this is a Cab, you know, or this is a Sauvignon Blanc. This is my More Than Muse wine, you know. That's all you got to do, and say, well, thank you for being here, for helping me open my wine, you know, and we'll see y'all next time. And then hang up or say bye or whatever, and then it'll post on your social media. And as soon as it posts, then you go back and put your comments and say, oh, by the way, if you want to join my club or get these wines delivered to your door, follow my link. And then that's where you put your link, is in your comments.
Okay.
And that live was probably what, 5 minutes tops?
If it was that long, Amelia,
Okay.
I think it was like 3.5 minutes.
Lost
Wow.
track.
Okay.
It doesn't
Oh.
have to be long.
If I had
Okay.
done everything, it would have been longer.
Yeah. So
My mind went blank.
and that's all you need to do. And then once you do it, you need to share it. And that's what I need to show Emilio.
Oh,
So once you get on your Facebook, let me close out some of these.
Guys, I have to go. I got
You
some
go
work.
ahead. We're done. We're just finishing up some stuff here. So if you got to go, you're fine.
what
I
you
just want to
doing?
show Emilio.
And I'll see you guys next week. I
Next
will be
week.
here next week.
All right, dear. And
Well,
come with
thank
your
you.
questions. If you got questions, write them down. I promise you we'll go over and answer as many of them as I can.
Okay, I will definitely do that. You guys have a great day.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so Emilio, when you go
Yes.
to your social media on your Facebook, all
Okay.
right, on your, let me come here. I'm going to type you in,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to pull you up. All right, so see right here on your video,
Mm-hmm. I look like myself.
you see right here, this is the one that you did with
Stacy.
Stacy. Now, the one that you have that you did last night, apparently you have it marked private, because see how you have this share button
Where? Oh,
down here at the bottom. On
okay.
your video that you did, there's no share.
Ah, that's why I kept on looking for it. I couldn't find it.
So you're going to have to go in and make sure that you remove it from private, and only you can do that. So when you come up here, you're going to have these 3 dots on your
Okay.
side,
Yeah.
and you want to make sure that it's open to friends and family.
Okay.
Okay. And then when you get that done, this share button will show up, and then you want to type in share. And once it shares, then you're going to have these options. Okay.
So
And you want to go
share
to,
group.
yeah, share to group. And then when you get the share to group, you want to look for wine ambassador. Okay. Which Stacey's already done it. I'm not going to do it. But you want to look for the wine ambassador and the Triple R anchor support.
Okay.
You
Both
should be in both of those.
I should click on both.
Yep.
Okay.
And then right here, before you click on it, write something in here. You can put my first Facebook Live, first Facebook Live in your name.
I got, that was for December, the box. I
It
just,
doesn't matter.
about an hour ago, I got the January.
Yep. So I would probably
I was gonna ask,
go ahead.
I usually order 4, I always order 4 bottles, but I got 6.
It could be a special. I don't know. Mine's sitting around there too.
I'm not gonna say a word.
No, and it could be because they got the new wines coming out, so they might be cleaning house. So I wouldn't complain.
The Cabernet Sauvignon was tremendous last night.
Was it good?
Yes.
Right on it. Put it in there. You know what to do. You can even go back in, and type in your Facebook page, hey, I had this Sauvignon last night with so-and-so. It was delicious.
No, it's all about myself.
Follow up. Yeah,
I'm not gonna
follow
share
up.
with anybody. It's all
Okay,
mine.
Miss Joan, you got anything else you want me to go over?
No, I've just been thinking about getting into wine. I say I'm going to do it.
Remember, get that schedule. Work your schedule, and if you need to, put on there. If you don't have the funds right now, then that's where you start your savings. Sometimes
no, I'm saving towards it.
Yep.
I'm almost there. So.
There you go. And that's all you have to do. And then once you get it, then you start marketing hard and heavy. You tell your instructor, you tell Greg, say, Greg, I need to get the marketing going. I need to make sure I have everything in place, and get that training. Get your pages up. Tell them, if you're comfortable, once you get confident and comfortable, tell them you're ready to start instructor training. You want to start building your line. You want to get students under you and start building your own group. That will get your profits up. That will get your group profits up, your revenue, everything will start falling in place. But for right now, go ahead and, even though you don't have a link in those pages, still advertise it. You know, make it more of an informational page. Say, hey, I have this great company. I have this opportunity that's presented. Stay tuned for more information, you know, things like that to get
Okay.
traffic so that when you do get your link in there, you already got traffic coming to it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sheila,
Okay. Yes.
All right.
what was that one? Boom, it's gone.
It'll come back.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get together this week, or you take
Yes, this week I should have my schedule a little bit better.
Okay.
I already got quite a few slots that if you was on early, you'd see my schedule's already just about full, but I'll make sure I get you in there.
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
know when. Yes, go ahead.
Sheila, can I ask one more question?
Sure.
What is biohacking?
Biohacking is a scientific technology that they have with the Velavita product. And what it is literally they have come up with a scientific method using herbs and chemical compounds to literally make your body work the way it's supposed to. So it's reprogramming your body to work at its optimal level. There's a lot of people that are getting off insulin, that's getting off of antidepressants, that's getting off seizure medicines. I know I don't take my migraine medicines as near as I used to take them. And what it's doing is literally reprogramming your body to get rid of all the other stuff that we've put in it over the years.
I lost
You know,
10 pounds.
you know, here's Emilio, you know, he's taken tons of medicine that I think there's some of them he's weaning himself off of them. So there's just different things, you know, but the biohacking is literally a scientific way to reprogram your body to work at its optimal level.
And you can lose weight too.
And lose weight. Yeah.
I already lost
I know
10 pounds.
Yeah, I know with the brain, that's one of the things I noticed by taking it is I don't have the munchies throughout the day. You know how usually it's just like if you're not doing much, you just kind of get that nagging that you just need to put something in your mouth. I don't get that. I literally have to make myself eat now. I have to remember to eat. If my grandson didn't keep coming in here and saying, Mama, I would forget to cook. I wouldn't eat because I take brain about twice a day, and then I take my Xylem at night, and literally it curbs my appetite to the point that I have to remind myself to eat, and I can't. I was anorexic through high school and college, so I can't get into that again. I've already been through it twice. A third time would probably kill me. It's hard coming out of that thing. It's hard. It's a mental thing. But when you don't know you're in it until it's almost too late. So I literally have to make myself eat. That's one of the things I'm going to have to start putting on the calendar is that I have to set a regular time to cook and eat because it makes you not curve and crave things. It makes you more focused. I know when I take it during the day, it's like I have so much clarity that I can get things done. It's not one of those things where I procrastinate and say, oh, I can wait and do that later. No, it's like, all right, I need to get this done. Let's get it done. It's almost like you have an energy that says, all right, let's take care of it. And it's not that jittery energy where when you take that 5-hour energy drink where you got the shakes and it's like, I can't sit down, I can't do it. No, it's a really focused and defined energy to where, yeah, I can sit down and write 2 pages in 3 hours and be done, or I can sit there, you know, and clean my kitchen, organize my closet and be done. And then when it's over, I'm not crashing going, God, what did I do today? I feel exhausted. It's just a leisurely, you know, let down. It's like, oh, I did a lot today. Let me sit down for a minute, go eat. You know, it's not one of those draining energies, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But I love it. I'm like Rory. I won't go without it again.
For me, I've been getting it, but I haven't really taken it because I'm supposed to be taking high blood pressure medication. So I said I'm going to take it to the doctor and see if it's something that I could use.
Emilio had a niacin. Was it niacin, Emilio?
Niacin. Yeah, niacin.
Yep. So he weaned himself, and that's what I tell everybody because I have a severe caffeine sensitivity. So that was one of the things I did was I got a medicine cup and I put one in the medicine cup to see how it was. And I did half a day. I did half in the morning and half in the afternoon and got myself acclimated to it because it's going to be a jar to your body. If you're on any types of medication, it's going to be a jar to your body because literally it's going to purge your system and let you know you got something in there that's not supposed to be in there.
Well,
And that's
once
any
you-
type of medications you take.
once you get, your body gets used to it, because now I don't have to, before I was diluting it with about 3 or 4 ounces of water. Now I don't at all. I just straight.
Mm.
I just wait for
Yeah.
the 15 seconds under my tongue and that's it.
Yeah. So there, I definitely take it to your doctor. And like they said, take the box and just say, hey, look at these ingredients and tell me if there's anything in here I should be cautious of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell them if it's okay for you to take, because they're going to tell you, no, don't take that, because they don't understand it. Just ask them, say, can you look at these ingredients and tell me if there's anything in here that I should be cautious of?
Okay. I'm getting the new one. It's supposed to be coming to me soon. So
Yep.
I have
The
an
Zleam,
appointment.
I'm going to tell you, the first 7 days, it's mean.
Yeah.
I mean, the taste of it is not very good. There's not much you can do about it, but it does detox your body and gets it ready for the next 18 days. And the next 18 days taste pretty better. Tastes pretty good. They're pretty good.
Okay.
So it's just the first 7 days. It's a detox, and there's only 25. And a lot of people's getting upset. Well, this is supposed to be 30 days. Your body needs to rest for 3 to 5 days when it takes it, so that when you start the next 30-day session, that you detox again and do the 18 days, because your body's going to need to detox. I tell everybody, I was a nurse for 10 years. Your body needs a detox every month. A lot of people never detox their body, but you do need to detox every month.
So do you take it at night?
Yeah, take it at night.
30 minutes
Take it at night about
Okay.
30 minutes before you go to bed. 30 to 45 minutes before you go to bed. And the detox is not one of these things to where you can't be less than 5 feet from your bathroom. It's not like that. It's very gentle. It's just like a normal, hey, I need to go to the restroom, and you just take care of business. It's not one of these, oh, where's the nearest bathroom? Get out of my way. It ain't one of those things. And that was the one thing everybody was afraid of, and it wasn't. To me, it wasn't. It was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm there. Let's handle business. But it wasn't where, it's fighting people. I even went to town grocery shopping. Fine. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Sheila, thank you very much again for last night.
All right.
Oh, no problem. Well, we're going to call it a day.
All right. Thanks, Sheila. See you. Next week I won't be on. Because I have to help my daughter to move back. She's leaving the Navy. So I'm helping her to take her stuff back.
Okay, no problem. It's recorded. I will put, hold on, let me put this in the chat. I'll put my YouTube channel in the chat.
So after you get off, I can still go in the chat and see your stuff?
No, I'm going to put it up right now, and you can copy it.
Wait a minute, where's mine?
Talk to you later.
Yep, talk to you later. I'll let you know by tomorrow, Emilio, what our days and times are.
Okay.
And
how's your
this
husband?
John, he's doing better. I got to go wake him up. He's still in the bed. He might be in there watching TV. So we have the house to ourselves today. I'm so excited.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
And Miss Joan, if you didn't get it, just let me know. I can give it to Greg, and he can give it to you.
Okay. All
right.
Okay.
Y'all have a great one. Talk to you later.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.